A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. First down, Justin Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
They go play action with McDonald. He's got his man. It's taken out for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. And a Packer first down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Man open left side. It's Williams. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
2nd down. And the 20.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Pick up of 2 yards. First down, Green Bay.
As they run the counter play. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jermichael Hasty, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On first and 10, McDonald complete. Jefferson the target. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Breaking down at the 49. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
First and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it. And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy. Winning the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. That's good for 28 yards.
The 4-yard line.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Vikings are going to retake the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Packers.
Now it's Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
He is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Packers 7.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Two things things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
4-yard line.
Play action. It's McDonald. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He's going to go up top again. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Covered by Jair.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Smith. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
1st and 10 at the
McDonald. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
at the 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cole McDonald with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Packers 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they try the right side here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And the Packer first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Vikings 28.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. Caught left side, Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up second.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he fires one incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It's third down and 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rolling to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They start the drive with Cook, and he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, McDonald setting up the screen for Cook. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first down, McDonald. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's McDonald. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And these guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half.
And Herbert, his third interception. Picked off at the 22. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Cook. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that's caught by Smith. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds and being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
7-yard line.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. McDonald sets to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On second down, here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Williams. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 53 yards. Now handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
To throw on third down. Herbert. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. McDonald.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
Third down here.
Jair Alexander.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake.
Eluding the pressure right.
They're going for Jeff.
And that's caught inside the 35. There he goes right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on.
Sly on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
On 4th down, Herbert looking deep for Adams. And this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking down the game. Right now, they're going to show up to the challenge.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They run it again with Cook. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 8.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
out of the gun. McDonald.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Vikings' 48-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And
now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the foot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they use a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.